Hey guys, Classic is a very open-ended game. We as players have the whole of Azeroth to play through and discover. So why might players be bored or unsure what to do next? Well, oftentimes we have so many options, it's hard to pick a path or a task to even start with. You might be level 28, running out of quests to do, and you're unsure what to do next, or you may have spent days farming gold for your epic mount, only to feel lost when logging in after completing such a large grind. There's a reason why players who hit rank 13 or 14 lose motivation to play the game. It's less that you're bored or not having fun, and more to do with goals and meaningful progression. When you're solely focused on reaching level 60, then you have something to look forward to each day when you log in. When you're attempting to complete quests in a zone, there's a sense of progression and satisfaction knowing that you're getting one step closer to completing that. So then what can we do to continue having fun when you're kind of feeling a little burnt out or you've run out of things to do? First, many of you are probably sitting there wondering, we're roughly a month into Classic and you think people are running out of things to do? And yes and no. Some players have rushed to max level, they've farmed for their pre-bis, and they have their epic mount. And then there's just as many players that are out there that are level 30 and are just now stepping into, populated PvP zones. But regardless of where you are in WoW, it can be common in Classic to log in and be unsure of what to pursue next. So hopefully this video can help you out with that. So my first tip is help others. Just recently I had an experience where I helped a fellow friend, run Scarlet Monastery, and I'm level 60 and I go back to Scarlet Monastery Cathedral and we're making these massive AoE pulls, and it felt very exciting and obviously satisfying to not only help him out but be able to go back and crush that content that I struggled with a few weeks ago. So oftentimes, we're wrapped up in our own progression that we forget to step back and help out fellow guildies or, our faction. So one of the most satisfying things that you can do on a PvP realm is to go to a highly contested zone. Something like, Stranglethorn Vale or Hillsbrad Foothills, or even, a higher level zone such as Burning Steppes. So move around the zone and protect the lower levels that are questing. Announce in general that you're here and you can protect people against ganking, or you can help lend a hand with maybe a challenging quest here or there. Not only do you feel a sense of pride in helping your own faction, but you also get to help strengthen other players' experiences, and they're more likely to return the favor in the future. Also, killing a level 37 who's, picking on a level 32 is extremely satisfying. So my next tip is professions. Picking flowers or, collecting minerals can be fun and rewarding when it comes to gold. However, many professions such as cooking and fishing have their own place in Classic WoW as well. You can spend hours leveling professions, collecting rare recipes, providing important foods, potions, or enchantments to raiders, and this all can be, extremely fun. My suggestion would be to follow a profession guide if you want to quickly max out a profession, but oftentimes it can be fun to go out of your way to fish for a specific fish that sell well, such as Deviate Delight, Nightfin, or Oily Blackmouth. It can also be fun to spend some extra time searching for some strangle kelp or ghost mushrooms. And many of us, take this quick approach to doing whatever we can to get to 300 out of 300 in a profession, but we miss out on half of the fun of finding those useful or interesting items to craft, gather, or sell. And that can be a big excitement when leveling up professions for the first time. So my next tip would be alts, twinks, and new experiences. Classes in Classic WoW are very unique, and while you may really enjoy your level 60 hunter, re-rolling a warrior might be a very new and exciting experience. Even if you play your alt only a few hours each week, You give yourself the ability to, gain rested XP. You have the ability to pick up new professions and have new experiences with those professions. And you also have a source of income on your level 60. So you can keep your alt geared to the teeth, and this can be a lot of fun in, world PvP and dungeon experiences and all that kind of stuff. So now is also a great idea and a great time to create a character as a twink for coming up into phase 3. Now, twinking is when we purposely stop at the top of a PvP bracket, such as 19, 29, or 39, and this enables us to pick up gear, the best gear, the best weapons, and also enchant our character so we can just absolutely destroy players that are our own level, or we can have exciting pre-made matches against other twinks in our bracket. And the reason why it's such a great idea to do this now is because the twink gear that's being sold on the auction house is going for ridiculously low amounts. I was able to pick up so much twink gear off the auction house for prices under a gold, and these items normally are selling for at least 10 gold or more. Some of the stuff that I picked up I was able to get for 5-6 gold, and I know that they oftentimes will sell for anywhere between 50 to 100 gold. So this, like I said, is a great time to be picking those items up and casually leveling up your twink in the hopes and the plan of getting him or her ready for that push for twinking come phase 3. Gurubashi Arena, World PvP, and messing around. The Gurubashi Arena happens every 3 hours from midnight to noon every day. This is a great place to, enjoy some PvP, meet other players, and also work towards getting a very strong trinket in the form of the Arena Grandmaster. Now, if you enjoy content like this, you don't have to wait for 3 hours. There's a lot of popular PvP spots within the world itself, from Stranglethorn Vale to Hillsbrad Foothills to higher level zones like Silithus, Fellwood, and Eastern Plaguelands. These zones are filled with players that are questing, gathering, and farming gold. It's very easy to go out there and find some fights to engage in and use general channel. This way you can form up small militias and go and gank people until the opposite faction forms up a group of their own. Now, these encounters are extremely rewarding, and they can lead to friendships, and they also can leave some lasting memories when you think back to what classic WoW was for you. So also, like a big one for me is just change it up. If you're a solo player and you almost always quest alone, find a buddy and go into a new zone to complete quests with. Take time to chat with them and enjoy the game. Oftentimes we forget that we don't really need to rush through all the quests and move as quickly as we can to the next zone. If you're not really a PvPer, maybe one day your mission can be to attack some other players. Like I said in the previous point, World PvP is very much alive and classic, and taking some time to practice and kill some enemies not only can be fun, but it can help prepare you for phase 2 when World PvP will be crazy. If you're a dungeon fanatic and you've been chain running dungeons non-stop for days, maybe get a group together and hit up a less traveled dungeon. Maybe it's less than optimal XP, or the gear that drops there isn't quite as exciting, but stepping out of Scarlet Monastery and maybe hitting up Razorfen Downs can be a nice change of pace and could even lead to some new experiences. I think for me personally, I have the most memories of classic WoW when I think of things that I've done that are unique, unique experiences. You don't look back on classic WoW and remember the 95th Maradon run that you did for gold farming. You don't remember the 37th boar that you killed to be able to hit level 16. These kind of things fade away over time, and you don't ever recall these more commonplace memories. So go out there, guys, form some new memories, get up to some new antics, and do something in the game that you haven't done before. I hope this video was a little bit of a different change of pace from videos I've done in the past, but I hope the video helped out some of you guys who are feeling a little unsure of what to do next in the game. And with all that being said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to my Patreons, and I will see you guys in Wednesday's video. Yeah, Wednesday. Later.